Welcome back, everyone. This is your man, the Beard King, bringing you another episode of 7 Days to Die, Alpha 17.1. In the last video, we cleaned up and looted the fire station and found a good source of water. In this video, we're going to make a few choices about how we're going to modify the fire station and spend a few skill points. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so here we are. I'm down here in the bottom of the fire station. I guess before we really get into what I had planned for this video, I just wanted to kind of gab for a little bit. You know, I've been considering how long I should be making videos at this point in the game, and you know, it's easy for me to go on for 30 minutes, and I'm not exactly sure if I'm delivering everything that people are interested in. So this go around, I'm going to shoot for probably just a quick, short 15-minute video. Might be shorter, might be longer, but that's my general goal here. I'm really interested in finding out what length of videos you people like to watch for 7 Days to Die. You know, do you like them shorter, short and sweet, or do you like, you know, some of those longer videos and just kind of watch me play a game? Pretty interested in finding out what you guys think about that, so feel free to leave some comments below and let me know. So between last episode and this one, I did tour around the town just a little bit more, did a little resource gathering, and what I found after I gathered up some resources and came back up here was I just kept getting hot. So I built this little temporary thing just out of wood frames. It's enough when the sun's over here, kind of in the southeast. It's enough for me to just come under here and, you know, cool off for a little bit. I've also found that it gets a little cold at night. I don't have my puffer jacket with me, but I do have one if I need it. So while I was out collecting those resources, I ran into a pretty large group of Zeds, and that allowed me to pick up quite a few skill points. You know, I'm not exactly sure what I want to spend them on, so why don't we just take a look together and see. As you can see, I hit level 9. If I go into my skill points tree here, you know, I've told you guys since the beginning that I really want to get a forge. To do that, you have to be level 10, you have to have an intellect of 4. I have 2 points. I think right now it's a no-brainer that I just put at least 1 point here that gets me where I need to be. Once I hit level 10, I'll be able to spend another point here and, you know, get that forge going, which is pretty cool. Grease monkey's nice. You know, I could craft a bicycle if I wanted to. I think I had mentioned in a previous video that I ran across some parts for, I think I called it the scooter. I just had a total brain fart, and it was, I actually have parts for the mini bike here. No, whoops, that was a mistake. I have a bicycle chassis, I have a mini bike handlebar, and I've got a wheel. So I've got a little mishmash of everything going on there. I did end up sorting out a fair bit of my stuff. I like to keep all the things that I'd use for making, you know, for weapons in one, and this is, you know, for later on when I actually get to using or crafting things that require extra parts. So anyways, back to the skill points. So that was a nice little thing to get. Physician, definitely something I want to take at some point in time. You know, being able to make first aid bandages is great, which, you know, that kind of leads you into the next thing. To make healing bandages, I need to be able to get my aloe vera going, which means that I need to be able to farm. So, you know, I would be putting a point into here. Quite a bit of choices to make, I think. Again, I'm kind of staying out of this for right now. Sure, I could, you know, up another pack mule. I'm not really going on loot runs right now or big heavy ones, so that's not a major concern. These will come in time. I feel like I'll do those once I get into forged iron tools. And again, I kind of stay away from this stuff until, until I have the points to spare. So again, we're back here to make a decision. I don't think there's anything more we can do here. It might make sense at this point in time, since I'm level 9. We know that I need one more point to be able to get the hammer and forge, which is when I turn level 10. So maybe it makes sense to put a point in here. Start making some seeds. So on that note, when I was out running around looting, I did manage to find a spot where they had a bunch of potatoes. I didn't pick them all, but I picked 30 of them. I think it takes 5 to make a seed, so I probably don't have enough of those. And I got some mushroom spores, so that's cool. So let's get a potato farm going. Oh, that's nice. It's just 4 to make 1 seed. Alright, well, we'll get there. And aloe vera seed. Gotta have that. Alright, I have my hoe on me. As you can see, it's almost nighttime. I don't have a lot of time, so I'm thinking what I might do during the nighttime is, grind the resources. Maybe take my hoe and start plotting out a garden, which, to be honest with you, I'll probably put it right here. I don't really think it matters where you put your garden, and if I think about my long-term location in the game, I think that this place is going to work. I have a lot of good places to loot. I mean, pawn shop, Shotgun Messiah, Cup of Joe's, warehouse, pawn shop. There's another pawn shop over there. I got a cinema there. I mean, this whole town is just full of stuff like this. So that's a pretty good thing to have going. Pretty good location. But here's what I found. The way that this fire station is designed, you have these red blocks here, and there, I'll go down and make it a little easier. The blocks themselves are 300 points, okay? Just this red stuff. I realize that taking this base and making it into something viable probably is not the most efficient use of my time. However, I'm not necessarily the most efficient game player. I like to just play. Whereas if I look at these guys right here on this part of the building, that's 2,500, 300. So, if I think about, okay, what am I going to do for day 7 horde? A lot of people get by with just a regular wooden structure. They got a lot of little tricks they use, like ramps that things fall off of. Some people build mazes. All those are cool, and I'd like to incorporate a lot of those ideas into my base. But the ultimate decision maker for me is this section right here of this building. It's all solid, at least on this external wall and in the back. I suppose I went the long way around and went to the bathroom. Come all the way back here, and here's the other section of this building. Same. The good news is that this part of the building, 3,000. And that's on all sides here. So this side's not too bad. And I think in the end, this whole section here might get converted into, maybe I'd make the ramp thing here. They could run up here and fall down into stuff and slow them down, and I can build kind of a battle platform up there. Something, who knows? I might go around this top edge here with bars, wood bars, so I can shoot them down below and cover this whole place in traps. I think that that's kind of my idea. Now, looking at what I have in my inventory, you can see that I have cobblestone and concrete mix. So I ended up going to one of those spots, construction site, and those are great places to get these types of resources. You just get your shovel and you go out there and get it done. Suppose I ought to repair that, eh? So maybe with that in mind, you know, it probably makes sense if this is going to be the primary exterior wall of my base. Upgrade it to concrete. I forgot I have a hammer upstairs, but we'll just get this done for now. For me, in my gameplay, I tend to like to do the corners first. You know, and then work my way in from both sides. It's just kind of a methodical approach for me. Concrete doesn't go too far. Just be able to do one more. I can't remember if just regular concrete, after it's dried, has more hit points than, you know, I guess what would be cobblestone bricks. I just can't remember. So, but I'll figure it out once it comes. I think off camera I'll do a bunch of more stuff like this, just cleaning up all this junk around here. It'd be nice if I had a wrench. I'd get out here and wrench these cars out of my way. I do like this location up here because it faces west and south. Well, there's a lot of sun exposure from that way, and I just like being able to see stuff. I like to see what's coming. You know, I don't like to be surprised. I imagine the rest of you don't either. You know, it's going to be a lot of decisions. You know, I know I need to figure out, okay, where are they going to path? What are they going to do? How are they going to get to me? You know, do I need to close this up? Because, you know, are they going to just run in here and run up the stairs and, you know, start banging on these walls? Which, you know, those are 2,500 too, so that's fine. You know, nothing wrong with these walls here. Yeah, these aren't upgraded, but, you know, who cares if they break down a couple of walls? Now, this is pretty deep from front to back. I don't want a base that deep. That's a lot to manage. It's a lot of stuff to build in a short amount of time. So, you know, I may very well come down here and say, okay, well, you know, oops, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you know, 8, 9. You know, do I come here and build up a wall? You know, I got to worry about the stairs. The stairs, by the way, are 2,000, so that take quite a while for me to bang out too. Well, it's nighttime. It's my favorite time, I guess, huh? Those are closed. Yeah, not a real big fan of nighttime. I mean, it is what it is, right? It's the fear of having zombies around that can run at you and come and get you. I guess it's all excuse me, part of the game. Nothing new here. I did get a cooking grill. I can't remember if I showed that to you guys last time. And so, I'm thinking I might, you know, migrate all this stuff from this section down to here. I need to figure out probably a better entrance for this place so I don't have to run around the back and up. And I mean, it seems to keep the Zeds out of my hair by having these two hatches down over here. You know, they don't find a way up here. And yeah, maybe they'll come in at night and kind of run around down here and bang on things, and that's fine. They can do that. Probably saves me a little bit of breakdown time on the blocks. So I think that's about it. I know, like I said, I was shooting for a shorter video. This one's going to be about 15 minutes. again, if you like a shorter, sweeter video, I know I just did a lot of talking on this. I'm trying to get my head around what my plan of attack is here for the base. It's going to be day 3 pretty soon. I still have plenty of time to get prepared for a horde. Uh, and I haven't done any looting either. I suspect in my next video, um, maybe I'll plan on getting into one of these buildings over here and getting some looting done. I personally, when I watch some of the other content providers, I like watching looting videos myself. It's, you run into a little bit of zombie killing, a lot of looting, and, it's just fun. So I think that's what I'll do then. I don't particularly like nighttime videos. I know that it can be cool and give people kind of a creepy feeling while you're out sneaking around. For me, I'm just not that good of a player. I'll be straight up honest with you. And frankly, I hate having that near-death experience all the time. Maybe I'll do it more when I get some better gear and I can actually hold my own, if you will, while I'm out there. So, anyways, again, feel free to leave a comment if you have any ideas or suggestions. And you know what? I think I said it in my first video, which I decided to post. I wasn't sure if I was, but I finally posted that. It's kind of long. I die a lot. You might laugh. Who knows? But I said I wasn't going to say, hey, hit that subscribe button, hit those like buttons. But the one thing I've learned is if you don't ask, they're not going to do it. It's like going to buy a vehicle and saying, hey, I'm going to pay cash. Can you give me 10% off? Yeah, sure, you're paying cash, we'll give you 10% off, but if you don't ask, you won't get the 10% off. So I've decided, if you want to see a fledgling YouTuber, progress through these videos, if that has any interest to other newer YouTube providers out there to see what happens with a person who doesn't fully understand the technology, doesn't really know the best way to make videos, for me, it kind of feels like maybe that is my goal here. Learn a new skill here with this technology and have fun doing it, playing a video game that I really love. So, yeah, if you're interested in following my progress in that note, feel free to hit that subscribe button. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.